Hi everyone, Julie from Saratoga Spa State Park here again. Although it may not seem like it, a lot of activity is beginning to emerge here at the site as it begins to warm up. However, we most likely won't see a Karner Blue flying around this week, unfortunately. The Karner's life cycle is bivoltine, meaning they will go through 2 generations within the year. They emerge as caterpillars in the spring as their sole host plant, wild lupin, begins to grow in late April to early May. Karner larvae have a mutually beneficial relationship with ants, like the Allegheny mound ants we saw yesterday, as the caterpillars feed on the leaves of lupin. The caterpillars secrete a sweet liquid that the ants feed on, and in return the ants' presence provides them with protection from predators and parasites. The first flight period of adults typically occurs around late May to early June, so it's a bit too early to see a Karner flying around now. Karner Blue adults are pollinators that feed on a variety of native nectar species, from black-eyed Susan to butterfly milkweed. Females lay their eggs on or near lupin, so when the larvae emerge in about a week's time, they can begin feeding immediately. At the end of the second generation's flight period, around July and August, females will lay their eggs that will then overwinter, only to emerge again next spring. Last year, unfortunately, we only saw 2 Karners at the site. Not the booming population we'd like, but it's promising that the population endures despite all factors going against it. Although they're just a small butterfly, they're great indicators of the health of their habitat. Karners are specialists, so their caterpillars rely solely on a host plant that does well in specific environmental conditions. This narrow niche makes them susceptible to changes, for if the environmental conditions change and the host plant is no longer able to thrive or outcompete other plants, the Karner's population will subsequently decline as the caterpillars have nothing else to feed on. It's important to note that while we care about the health of the Karner's population, these efforts are not just to save one species. It's to save the habitat in which the species and many others is supported by.